Welcome to SportsbookReview.com. This is your home of the college bowl games. We're off to Arizona for the Cheez-It Air Force at 10-2, playing Washington State at 6-6. And this is a game that, well, I just cannot wait, because we've got Anthony Gordon throwing for over 5,200 yards. That's more than Joe Burrow. But don't let that fool you, because he is an all-or-nothing quarterback. He either completes or he gets intercepted against an Air Force side who are so balanced. I'm joined by the big Ragoo and the big boss. Big boss, Air Force for you. Do you like the height?
Hey, this is Mountain West versus Pac-10. Now, if we could rewind all the way back to the beginning of the season, the Mountain West had good success playing out of conference at the beginning of the season. Now, Air Force is a top-tier team from the Mountain West right now, and they're playing this Washington State, who's a 6-6 so-so team right here. We got a lot of 6-6 teams on the board, you know, throughout these bowl games. I think we need to keep record of those 6-6 teams and what they do. But Air Force in this one, to me, seems like the big dog, and Washington State's going to have to face the option, which is something that they don't have to see a lot each year. So that's going to be difficult preparing for the option. And this Air Force team has a great secondary, although Washington State can sling the ball around. It's Air Force military teams. They're usually disciplined off top. It all just a matter if they have the athleticism against the opponent, but for the most part, they're organized, they're disciplined, and they should keep it down some for Washington State. But I like the what Air Force doing on the offensive side of the ball. They sticking that run to people, and they also been the king of trick plays this year. So expect a few trick plays in the bowl game for sure. So I'm going to lean with the Air Force minus the 3. Now the total, I don't know. It could go either way. It could be if Washington State has no answer for the option, you know, they may try to tally up points on offense to try to compete. But if Washington State focuses and tries to come after that option and shut it down some, then Air Force is going to be forced to play a little harder on defense as well, and that'll keep us under the total. So I'm going with the side in this one, taking Air Force minus the 3.
I think, Big Boss, you can actually see my notes, because I've gone Air Force, disciplined, attitude, not even a question about it. And Washington could get desperate and play into the secondary's hands of Air Force at -3 with Heritage. Got to go over to sportsbookreview.com/heritage for everything you want and more. I look at 67.5. I've got to go with the under, Ragoo.
You must have been reading my mind, my guy.
We're all tuned in today.
I'm looking. I like the under big in this game. Reason being, more reasons than one. We know that the kid Gordon is going to try to air it out, okay? And Air Force, they hold the ball for 35 minutes a game. So that doesn't give our guys on the other side, even though they run the hurry up, to score a ton of points. But I think a more methodical approach by Air Force. And surprisingly enough, you know, with the way Air Force runs that option, they can put the ball down the field too. So they do run more of a balanced attack out of the 3 academies. But I just think Air Force is probably the better side here, the more consistent side. Bowl appearance-wise, both of these teams are right at about 500. I think Air Force is like 4-5, and I think Leach, he's had not too much recent success. I think he's had like 3 losses of late. So things haven't gone well for the Cougars this year, and things are going pretty well for the Air Force Academy, for the Falcons. So, but I do like the total. I'm going to stay under the 67.5. That's my look on this game.
And do you fancy that Air Force are happy with just a minus field goal?
Yeah, I think they get to that number. If they don't, and it might be a I'm not gonna say a blowout the other way, but I say a field goal in this spot is a fair number, just because of the way Air Force runs the ground attack, and they're not a quick strike. Like I say, more methodical, 35 minutes a game. The quick strike's going to have to come from the other side of the ball, and you know they can hurry up and score, where Air Force is going to have to grind their points out. So yeah, ball control and a close game, I think.
Yeah, if you're on the Air Force, it's feet up, popcorn in one hand, a Coca-Cola in the other. And if it's Washington State for you, it's edge of your seat stuff, watching that ball fly through the air and it's either an interception or a massive completion. But I'm going with the Air Force, and I'm going with a 67 and a hook. I've got to go under. Be sure to join us next time when we follow up with more College Bowls.